We'll move to another game with some questions about the quarterbacks, and that is Texas Tech visiting K-State. Currently, Texas Tech 7.5 point favorites. A lot of juice on the Kansas State side. Totals 52.5 in this one. I'm in Dallas, where everyone seems to be a Texas Tech alum somehow, some way. Just like everyone was in Oklahoma City, somehow they have connections to Oklahoma that I don't believe. But Texas Tech seems a little bit more realistic. What are you thinking about their quarterback situation? Some of the guys in my office are very, very pumped about the Red Raiders. I don't know if it's just double eagle and all the money that they've been investing from the Permian, but things have been pretty good in Lubbock for a while. Does it stay good on their trip to the Little Apple, Manhattan, Kansas?
Well, this is definitely interesting. We saw Hammond go out with I don't know if it was an ACL or it was a season-ending injury, whatever it was. It didn't look good early on, and this is what they said Morton could play if he had to, but I mean, he just obviously they were playing Oklahoma State, and they were pretty much had that game in the bag, probably from
Yes.
kickoff. So, yeah,
Yes.
so they didn't need him. But I'm kind of worried about Morton. Like, can he hold up? He's been dealing with injuries like probably since he's been in college, and that's something that's been kind of a thorn in his side. But
Hammond is
he's
a right ACL tear. So
okay. Yeah, yeah,
so he's gone. Barron Morris apparently was available to come back, but it was such a blowout they didn't need him.
yep, yep.
I often wonder if I believe those stories a lot of times. Until
Right.
I see someone on the field taking hits, I have some questions. Keep going.
Yeah, injuries are random, but again, whenever you have the history that Morton does, I mean, he literally is injured. He hasn't. I don't think he's ever played a full season of college football, and he's coming off of two games where he hasn't played, so he has to get up to the speed. And he's going into a team like Kansas State. I mean, Kansas State is like they're a bet on team for me. They've been playing exceptionally well since that bye. They've covered four straight, and the offense has scored 34, 34, 41, and 42 since the loss to Arizona. So all things are trending up for Kansas State. They won five straight versus Texas Tech. They've covered all five of those as well. Avery Johnson's playing extremely well. But again, this will be a huge test for Texas Tech. I mean for Kansas State, they have not faced a defensive line as physical, as good as Texas Tech. Now, what Texas Tech does, their defensive line is so good that they don't have to like send blitzes. They rely on their front to get home. So it's going to be up to Kansas State, to kind of protect at a high level. Like I said, they don't blitz, and Avery Johnson splits versus blitz and not versus being blitzed and not being blitzed are drastic. He's really a different quarterback. I'm looking at his stuff. He's got a 10 touchdown to zero ratio when he's not blitzed. So
That
he's really
good?
good. Yeah, that's really good. And again, I think they're going to rely on Avery Johnson's arm a little bit more because they haven't been able to run the ball. Kansas State has been, notorious for being able to run the ball, and we've been well, not we, but a lot of people have been kind of banging that drum for Avery Johnson to use his legs more. Well, they're outside the top 100 in rush success rate, so they've been throwing the ball, and you see it's been paying off. I mean, with those points, been averaging, right over 35 points a game in those last four games, and I mean Texas Tech, like I said, it's a lot of they're really good on both sides of the ball, especially in the trenches. But I think this is a Kansas State spot fully healthy. If Baron Morton was coming in fully healthy, like if this was like game 3, 7, okay, that's fine. But right now, if you got to adjust, I would make it about 3.5, maybe 4. But it's a good spot for Kansas State. They've had success against them. They're 3-0 ATS as an underdog. They won all three outright. Two of those were on the road. So I love Kansas State in this spot.
Yeah, sounds like you're getting more than a possession. You think it should be
Yeah,
far
yeah,
less
yeah.
than one. That's a
Yep.
pretty nice combo right there. And in a pretty tough place to play. I think we all wish it was a night game, but
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
2:30 better than 11. I'll put it that way in the Central Time Zone. So we'll take it. And that's probably good talk. And we'll see if the office is still pumped about Texas Tech next weekend. I mean, I probably will be because this is probably a loss Texas Tech can take, which I also think is something that's important for us to consider as we get deeper in the season. The top tier teams, I mean, you don't have to go undefeated to make the playoff anymore or to make the BCS championship. And I think that does sometimes play into things a little bit where you're not as desperate for every win. You might not start off as hot as you might have in the past.